Today I want to show you some pictorial cancellations that I have. I'm not really a collector of these, but if something unusual or different takes my fancy, then I will put it aside and make room for it in one of my albums. First off, a cancellation is different to a postmark. A postmark on an envelope shows the date, time, and location that it was mailed. A cancellation mark is a postal marking used to deface a stamp to prevent its reuse. There are many different cancellation marks to consider, but as previously mentioned, I just want to show you a few pictorial ones that I have. Now let me start by saying I'm not an expert in this field. If I see something I like, then I just keep it. Some of these pictorial cancellations will be self-explanatory, like this Christmas one here, but it's the foreign ones that I have that will require more information, and that's where you can help. If you can shed some light on this first selection of cancels that I have from different countries, then I'd be totally grateful. After those, we'll take a look at some that I have from the UK, and finally I'll show you my favourite cancellation. At least I think it's a cancellation, or it may be an unusual overprint, but I don't think so. You can let me know your thoughts below. Okay, let's start with this one here. We can clearly see it's from Belgium. We've got the postmark on the right, the time and date in the middle, and where it's from, Brussels. But it's the image on the left which intrigues me. I think it's a Christmas or New Year cancellation. I think that says New Year there. So if you have some more information on this particular one, do let me know. Alright, we can clearly see that this next stamp is from France. We have a cartoon figure here on the left with his arm outstretched. As I don't read French, I can't make out what this says, but you might. So please let me know what this one is about. We have 4 stamps from the US now. The postmark on the left is from Philadelphia, and we can see that the year is 1941, so at the start of World War II, which may explain the message of this cancellation, which reads, "Buy defence savings bonds and stamps." A King George VI 1 shilling stamp from the KUT is next, clearly posted in Nairobi, Kenya. I think the date says it's the 27th of November 1948, which ties in with the reign of this particular monarch. And on this one, they're asking us to post early in the day. Maybe that was to ensure that your letter was sent at the earliest time possible. Switzerland is represented now with another postmark and cancellation. I've got no idea what this says or what it's about, so more help is needed with this one, please. Here we have a 10-cent stamp from Hong Kong, and can you make out the image there on the left? It looks like a car to me. It's pretty cool, I just wish there was more of it to see. This stamp is next. I think it's another Swiss example, although I can't be sure, and I can't quite make out the cancelled image. Is that a person in a wheelchair maybe? I'd appreciate all the help I can get with this one. A 5-cent stamp from the US has a cancellation mark telling us to save the easy way. Buy US bonds on payroll savings. 2 more stamps, again from France. We can see that the postmark has the word Paris, so we know where it was posted from. But what's going on here in the cancellation? I can see an anchor in the center there. I hope you can make out the text and let me know what it's about. And finally, I have this from Austria, celebrating the Winter Olympics from 1976. The 2 cancels show the Olympic rings, and in each of these squares is an image that probably represented a few of the events that took part that year. So those are some of the few examples that I have from around the world. Now let's switch over to the small collection of UK cancels that I have. Up first we have this George V 1.5 pence stamp with a British Empire exhibition cancel. This particular event took place between April 1924 and October 1925. Now we move on to this 3 pence stamp, one of the Wilding definitives, showing a young Queen Elizabeth II. The cancellation reads, "Express good wishes by greetings telegrams." Fans of Newcastle Brown Ale will appreciate this one. The cancel celebrates their Golden Jubilee, 50 years in business I guess, from 1927 to 1977. The same year the Queen celebrated her Silver Jubilee, 25 years on the throne. Another Dorothy Wilding definitive, and this time the cancellation is telling us to post our Christmas cards by the 20th of December. This 9 pence Machin stamp has the postmark on the left from West Glamorgan in Wales, and the cancel shows this neat topographical map image of the Welsh coastline. Swansea there, and I think we can just make out the words Port Talbot just there. Now this cancellation is probably one of the most common ones I've seen. Remember to use the postcode. There was obviously a time when people didn't. I've placed these 2 stamps together. The left one shows some kind of cartoon face. I don't know if you can make it out there. The character can be seen with its tongue sticking out, but there's not much detail to see other than that. The Machin on the right shows some form of city skyline. Is that supposed to be London, maybe? And then finally, we come to my favourite cancellation of them all. What do you make of this? It's an elephant's head with the word panto incorporated into its design. I've tried to find out what this cancellation is about, but I've drawn a blank. Panto season over here in the UK traditionally takes place in the run-up to Christmas, so I can only assume this stamp was cancelled during the festive period. If you've got any information about this one, I'd love to know it, as this is my favourite cancel. All the others don't even come close to this one as far as I'm concerned. If I lost this one, I'd be annoyed. Alright, that's the brief run through of some of the pictorial cancellations that I have. Let me know which one was your favourite, or even better, do a video showing us your collection of picture cancels. That would be really cool. Alright, thanks for watching. If you have, please subscribe to the channel for more content, and until the next one, bye for now.